Now I'm going to explain Chapter 14, Travelers, Article 266, Definition. The import of travelers is only carried out for goods whose purpose isn't commercial and are introduced by the travelers. It is allowed to import until 10 units of the same type of product. In addition, which are exclusively goods reserved for personal or family use or that intended as a gift, without its quantity reflects commercial purpose. In requirements, we can see Article 267, presentation of the luggage to the Customs Authority. Those people who arrive in the national territory are obligated to present their luggage as long as the Customs Authority requires it and must also present a luggage declaration required by the DIAN. All this done to determine compliance with customs procedures and taxes. Other requirements, for example, are Article 268 luggage with the exception for single tax. Traveler entering the country will have the right to bring accompanying luggage without import license until to a total value of 2,000 American dollars or its equivalent. Besides, where the custom authority has doubts as to the value of the goods, it may require that traveler to produce an invoice showing the actual value in order to allow entry of the goods without payment of duty. However, in Article 269, luggage with payment of a single tax, the people who enter the country and show that they have been abroad for at least 5 days have the right to bring as luggage until 2-3 units for each of following goods, such as household items, sporting goods, art of craft goods, and until to 10 units. Besides, they can exceed the limit of 3,000 American dollars or its equivalent. In the case of children, it can only import 50% of the amount expressed in Article 268 and 269. In another case, there is the import of household goods who are resident abroad but import domestic goods to establish their residence in the country. For example, are a manager of large companies in Colombia who are foreign origin but come to live here for the work they have. Besides, they must also pay a taxes of 50% at Valorem. Like I said before, the tax to be paid for imports of luggage and household goods, as the case maybe is 50% at Valorem. In the support documents for the import of traveler's luggage, the document 530 by the DIAN must be presented, and in the case of the import of household goods, the document 500 must be presented. In the timeline, in the case of import of an accompanying baggage, the time limit shall be 1 month before the day of arrival of traveler in the national custom territory or 3 months after the arrival of the traveler. On the other hand, the deadline for the arrival of the household goods the national custom territory shall be 1 month before or 4 months after the date of arrival of its owner. And the last one, end of modality. The mode will end in the following case presented: payment of the attributes, abandonment, confiscation, and destruction.
Who level the country and who wish to re-import the European revenue in the same state without payment of taxes will be the sole object of the export modality. Recurrence and obligation: declaration of baggage and travel money representative titles. The travels must present to the customs authority at the time of dry depart from the country the goods referred to the impressed article accompanied with declaration of baggage and money travels representative title where the goods are identified. Supports documents. Jan checked passport, ticket, export of house environments, This type of sport will be the proprietary of residents on the country who left the national custom territory to establish their residence abroad. For this purpose, the goods must be represented to the custom office accompanied with at least indicatory quantity and discretion. Requirements. Shipping Authority Simplest Export Declaration supports documents citizenship card, passport, and single tax register. Opportunity: the daily need for the submitting to the custom offices the application for the shipment authoritative for the export of the goods will be 30 calendar days before the departure of the one under and 20 calendar days after the date of the depart of the same.